Howdy folks, good morning. Today I'll start off by telling you a little story. So years ago I had bought a set of suspenders like these here that go underneath your t-shirt. Because I'm a chubby fella, I don't tuck my shirts in too often. I like them hanging loose. So I bought a pair of these 3-point suspenders with the little plastic, they call them G-hooks, and they kept failing. Not only were the hooks slipping out of the normal spot where you actually hook them around the belt loop, but also beyond that, where it hooks into the material, there's a little opening, and a couple times it had pulled through from there. So I was scrolling through my feed one day on Facebook, and the ad for the suspender popped up. So I just made a comment in there, and it was a negative comment. I says the hooks on these suspenders suck. So I left it at that and I moved on. So it wasn't long, and I ended up getting an instant message, private message from Hikers, the company Hikers, and this guy, I want to say it right, I believe it's Nada or Nada, N-A-D-A, not sure how to pronounce it, but he was pretty concerned about the comment, and he was telling me that that their hooks do not fail and this and that. Well, I have the pair of suspenders around here someplace. I can't find them. I either tucked them away or threw them away because this was a few years back, whatever. And so we went back and forth a little bit, and so I said, this is what I'm gonna do. I said, I am gonna purchase another pair of suspenders, and I'm gonna legitimately run these things how I ran them before, and we'll see. I don't know, maybe I had a failure or a bad pair or something like that. I wear lots of suspenders, right? So I purchased this pair right here, and I'm going to open them up for you for the first time. They just came in. It did take the shipping was a little bit slow, but they're here. So this is by Hikers, called the Upfitter. Fitted suspenders, just to show you. And it's a 3-point. This is the G hook. And first appearance, the hooks are definitely a little bigger than what I remember. I gotta dig up that pair if I didn't throw them away. I might have just threw them away because sometimes I get fed up with a product and I just discard it. I can't remember, but I'm gonna adjust these and give them. I told him or her, I'm not even sure, but I told them that I'm gonna give it an honest review. So now I'm not gonna take this apart because I don't want to lessen the integrity. But there, in this plastic, there's a slit in here, and I've actually had that pull through that slit as well. So. And it always seemed to fail when I needed it most, like, you know, walking through a store carrying stuff. Listen, if my pants go down, they go down, and I'm going to be showing everybody my religion here, you know, and I don't want to be doing that. And, you know, I really like the concept. So anyway, I'm going to give these things a thorough review. I'm going to be starting the test today. And I'm going to be starting them off with this pair of shorts here. It's just a regular belt loop short. And I'll decide if I'm going to wear the single strap in the front or in the back. I'll probably do it in the back because I got a single loop in the back, which is great. And I can't wear these shorts without a suspender. Listen, I'm a chubby fella. You know, there's a lot of guys built like me. My waist is thinner than my gut, so we'll see how this goes. All right, and this is where it begins today. So I'll give this an honest review. I'll wear them for a week or so and see how it goes. And this is where we start, and we'll go from here. All right, so it's relatively early in the morning. It's 8:40. I just took a shower and this and that, but I got them installed. I'm not gonna take my shirt off because nobody needs to see my fat, but I got them on the two front loops here, well, relative sides, and then the single loop in the back. And I didn't have to adjust them. They feel perfect. Not too tight, not too loose, holding up my shorts just fine. And this isn't the lightest pair of shorts. They got a little bit of weight to them. Made sure I put on a clean pair of underwear just in case these things fail and my pants go down. Because I'm a caregiver. My mom is disabled. I need to take her to the eye doctor today. So this is going to be a good test for these, because I got to get in and out of the car, this and that. And I have a little bit of a leg injury and a lower back injury that's healing up, but I need to be able to rely on these suspenders, you know, for live action, to keep my pants up. I mean, so far they feel good. I had to use two hands to get the clip on the back. These front ones slid right on. In my first impression of the hooks, the G hook, I feel like the plastic, the hook is thicker and a little bit more durable than the first pair I had. So I don't know if they made upgrades or something like that, or maybe because I bought them a few years ago, about three years ago. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's the best I can do. And we're gonna go from there. I mean, so far so good, and I'm not wearing a belt. Belts to me are useless unless I'm concealed carrying or something like that. But just today, all I'll be holding is my wallet, my keys. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw them in my pockets right now, see how it feels. All right, so here I got my wallet, and this wallet is not light. I also have my badge in here. So let's throw that in a pocket. I got my keys with my key fob. And then I have my little trusty Benchmade. I carry that everywhere. That's my EDC. Take a lap around the island here. And I do carry a small flashlight too a lot of times. It's in my truck right now, but usually when I jump out of the truck wherever I'm going, I drop that in my pocket. It's just a small stream light. So far, everything feels good. Feels good. No encumbrances. So where my dilemma was happening was carrying grocery bags, getting in and out of the vehicles. That's typically when I would have a slip on one of these front ones. I don't remember if I ever had the back fail, the single back. I don't think so. I think it was always one of these two, and it would either slip off the loop itself or pull through the fabric of the nylon portion, the stretchy portion of the suspender would pull through the plastic gap. And I don't feel like a lot of tension on that right now, but we'll see. I'll film a few times periodically throughout today, and we'll go from there. And I'll give you my honest review through this whole thing. I'm hoping they don't fail, and let me just say this about the company so far. The only reason I'm doing this is because they contacted me, and this guy or girl this person at Hikers was very adamant about the negative comment. So I removed the comment, and then we had a little dialogue, and we went back and forth about the suspenders. So I told him I'll try them again, and like I said, I paid for them myself. It was I want to say it came out to $34 or something like that by the time tax and everything. I think. Don't quote me. I'll try and look it up for you. And then I told him, I was like, listen, I'm going to do an honest review on my channel, plain and simple, whether it's good or bad. So hopefully, I'm hoping for the best. So we'll see what happens. But keep an eye out for the rest of the day. Well, it'll be a snap of a finger for you, but it'll be a few hours for me. All right, so I'm back. So here's what's going on so far. No failure, but after carrying my cell phone, my wallet, my set of keys, and my little pocket knife. So I had to take my mother to a doctor's appointment, hiking the wheelchair in and out of the car. It's a big, heavy wheelchair. What ends up happening after being in the, sitting, standing, pushing a wheelchair, blah, 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 my pants ended up kind of floating, like pulling down a little bit. So I had to keep kind of pulling them up. So what I'm going to do at this point is, this kind of happened the last time, is I'll go up and tighten it one notch in the back here where the adjustment is, and then we'll see how it goes. I just felt like I was overworking the elasticity a little bit. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep it going. I told them I'm going to give them a thorough review, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I was able to adjust it one notch without any problem. So obviously the pros so far is that it does keep your pants up, but the cons so far is I can't carry any amount of weight for any length of time. And I would forget about putting some kind of concealed carry on your waist. That's just some of the quick observations. Just being honest. One of the major cons is after in between some of this filming, I kind of had to hustle to the bathroom. So one of the cons is with the suspenders being under the shirt, now you have to undo the suspender because you can't just pull it over your shoulders. So I had to undo all three positions to, get my pants down to go to the bathroom. So that's another con, but there's going to be pros and cons with, certain things like this. Not all of us can just throw on a belt anymore and, just wear it like that, but a lot of us are odd bods. We can't just walk into a store and buy clothes off the rack, So just wanted to point that out, and we'll get a little more footage today and see what happens. But we're definitely going to do a second part to this video because I need to put something out, and then I need a few more days to run these suspenders and see what happens.
2,000 years later.
All right, howdy folks. I just want to talk about these upfitter suspenders that I'm wearing. I was wrong about these things. But I am going to explain the pros and cons about these suspenders. I am wearing them right now today, and I'm wearing them with a belt, and I'll explain why. I'm going to prove if these things are good or bad. So what I ended up doing is I've been wearing them for about I want to say about a month and a half already. It's been about 6 weeks, and I've been wearing them a lot, so I could give you a good review on these things. There are pros and there are cons to this. Now, if any of you follow the channel or know me personally, you know that I conceal carry. So, but I also have trouble keeping my pants up. I'm a chubby little fella. In case you haven't noticed, I got a little bit of a weight problem that I'm working on. But I like to be able to conceal carry wearing shorts and being comfortable at the same time. Because normally I would wear more of a tactical suspender attached to a belt, and I wear an inner belt, which I can show you because today I happen to be wearing the suspender with a belt, even though I wear it a lot without a belt. So this is what I wear for a belt normally. This is an It's a tactical inner belt. It's got the Velcro outer. This one is from Warrior Poet Society. It's a great belt. It's rigid, so when my outside the waistband holster clamps onto this, it's great to draw from. There's no slip or give or anything. It grabs on nice. So having said that, if I carry my, let's say, Glock 48, which is a more of a, I call it a medium-sized gun. It's more of a compact, and it's single stack. If I carry that, I definitely need to use the belt. I can't just wear the suspender, because what ends up happening, number one, is the edge of the pants is too flimsy, so that big gun really starts pushing down on my pants. So by adding the belt and the suspender, it keeps it in place more so. Every now and then I still have to adjust it or whatever, but more often than not, with the lighter clothes, I carry my 380. I have a little LCP, and I carry also 2 spare mags and then one in my pocket, so I got 4 mags. And the reason I carry that is because it is light, it's compact, it's a good shooting gun for close range, and when it's on my hip, I don't even feel it there. I'm so comfortable with it. But I can wear that with the outside the waistband holster, without the belt, without this inner belt, and just these suspenders, and I'm comfortable. You know, I want to say over tighten the suspender a little bit, but I have had no issue with carrying that. Now, if you have too much weight in your pockets, wallet, knife, flashlight, the EDC gun on your hip, whether it's inside the waistband or outside the waistband, and cell phone, now you run into some of the cons of this, the elasticity of this belt. Someone with my build, what happens is it really starts to push down your pants. So having the belt with all that extra hardware helps tremendously. I still find that I'm pulling it up and adjusting it quite often, but at least I have everything I need at that point. So having said all that, there's pros and cons. Yeah, it's getting colder now, so I can wear my tactical suspender that loops around my belt, actually, with that inner belt, and I'm ready to roll at that point, wearing long pants, flannel, stuff like that. So getting back to this time of the year where you're wearing shorts and t-shirt, this is fantastic, not having to wear a belt most of the time, and still having my peace of mind on my waistline. So I just want to say, in fact, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna take this off so I can show you a little bit. All right, so getting a closer look at this, and just to say, there's no elasticity in this waistband. I can't even wear these shorts without the suspenders. Honestly, they'll slip right down. So these are the suspender. So it's got the single strip in the back, goes to, you could wear it in reverse too. You could wear this around your button fly if you want. And then you got the 2 straps that come over your shoulders, and these are the clips. Alright, so I'm gonna hold it, whatever. Hopefully you could, here, get away from my black shirt. So, I'll tell you what, this clip is good. I was wrong about this, but I know, unless I had a, what do you call it, a version that, wasn't from Upfitter, that's always a possibility. Like I said, I can't find the original suspender. I was pretty positive it was, but there's no record. I have no record, no receipt, so I can't prove it. But let me tell you, if you can see, I don't know if, yeah, you should be able to see that little hook right there. That thing latches on here and it does stay real good. Alright, so I've had absolutely zero issue, and I'm going to try and show that to you. I had absolutely zero issue with this coming off. And in fact, and this is one of the cons, if you need to go to the bathroom in a hurry, you know, number 2, something like that, I have trouble getting these things off. So what I end up having to do in an emergency is drop my shirt and drop these things off my shoulders and go to the bathroom. You know, as gory as that sounds, but sometimes, man, they hold on that good. So whatever it is, if I had an off-brand, possibly, but I mean, they look identical, and I'm almost positive, but I don't want to say without having the old ones. And if I do have them, I'll do another video, but I couldn't find them. But let me tell you, wearing these things in the summer, hot days, with shorts like that, with the belt loops, these things are awesome. And aside from those 2 cons of not being able to get them off quickly, and with too much weight in your pockets, they tend to overstretch. Aside from those 2 things, the pros way outweigh the cons with these suspenders. And I would recommend them, and I would buy another pair. And again, I'm not affiliated, but I can, you know, I'm a guy that if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong, and I was wrong about these. These things have been fantastic, and this is 6 weeks of wearing them almost every single day, and with weight in my pockets and without, and I really like them. So I just want to say that and clear the air. Upfitter, you know, I apologize for that comment. I take it back, and I endorse these. So that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching.